1909, the Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference has been a leader in collegiate athletics, with campuses in some of the most scenic areas in the United States. And now in Salt Lake City, Utah and Rapid City, South Dakota, the Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference, competition elevated.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, you're tuned in to the Lions Den, official source of UCCS Sports. So, Spencer.
So, MJ.
We had some action this past week for the
We did.
UCCS men's golf team, the three-time defending RMAC champions.
Yep.
They put it down this fall. They won last spring,
Did it
and they
again.
won a year ago in the
Yep.
fall. So, three-peating
Yep.
your men's golf team. But they were in action for their final invitational of the fall season as they were in Seaside, California for the Otter Invitational. Why don't you go ahead and tell the millions and millions of listening Lions out there how their team did?
Yeah, absolutely. Playing in Seaside, California, it's always a good time for them to get out there, be able to travel, and it's such a nice place. Colin Prater recorded his 9th top 5 finish of his career, 4th of the season under shooting 1 under 215, which is an excellent job for him. He's still excelling in everything that he's doing. He is that All-American that we all piped up for him to be. He still maintains
All
that
piped
type.
up for the
All piped
All-American.
up. That's right. And then we also have Tanner Combs. He's doing a great job as well. And then we had Colin Prater, him and Ji Zhang actually shot the same score on day 2, which was awesome for them, 2 over 74. So that was good to see Ji Zhang step up and do a great job on the green for him.
Well, and that's got to feel good for him on an individual level
Absolutely.
to compete with Colin Prater. Again, we can't say it enough, the All-American, but he's been really carrying this team from last season into this season. And
Yes.
so now Ji Zhang stepping up, that's going to be quite an improvement for the team as a whole if he can play to the level of Prater.
And I think
forward.
that's something Phil that's really liking is that we have freshmen that are playing up to Colin's standard, and that's just going to make us grow so far in the future. So I see championships coming down, not just because of Colin, because we have a team that can play like Colin when they're freshmen, which is pretty cool for us to see as well.
So how many Petes are we going to have? We have a 3-Pete. Are we going 4-Pete, 5-Pete, 6-Pete?
7.
Is it a
7
Pete still?
Pete?
It's a 7 Pete.
That's a lot of Petes.
I like Pete, and I like championships, so we're going to go 7-Pete championship.
It's a bold prediction there.
That's
Not
right.
2, not 3, not 4.
Not
7.
5, 6. It's going to be 7.
Okay.
All right, that's good.
Okay.
Bold prediction.
Yeah, Zach Bearhouse did really well as well. He cut 9 strokes off his best score and shot a 75 one of the days, which is cool for him. So yeah, we are co-champions now with Mines.
Yeah.
It kind of worked out in a weird way because they won one and we were second, and then we won one and they were second. So we are co-champions, but we are still champions. So that's good.
That was just kind of our charitable act of the season. We were like,
Charity.
well, we're going to share our trophy with Colorado Mines because we've already had it for a whole year here.
That's a good thought to have.
Yeah, Mountain
Yeah.
Lions, so nice, so nice.
Yeah.
Sharing is caring.
I believe that, and
Yeah.
I believe that all mountain lions are sharing and carrying. As Charlie saw at the zoo today, right?
Yeah, they were sharing a lot of food.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Did you get some?
Oh no, but just putting a little taste on this. Like you were saying, I was going to mention that point that Tanner
Sure.
Combs and Zhang, they're freshmen, and I think Coach Trujillo is really focused and thinks this is a good stepping stone because we're not going to have Colin Prater in a couple of years, and you have these freshmen who are learning.
Yeah.
And like you said, it's some hard shoes to fit, but they're doing very well already, and as freshmen, already stepping up. So definitely a good sight to see. And who wouldn't want to come play for the RMAC championship team? Being a recruiter, and that's one of the biggest things to recruit, that we have won the RMAC championship now multiple times. So
Right.
definitely a thought right there.
And I think a lot of people don't know, but Colin is just a junior. He's a redshirt junior, so he still has a whole nother year to be able to be around this team if he wants to.
That's another 3-Pete that could happen before he even graduates.
So that's
that's
6.
6 of your 7 Petes.
Right, and then you have the freshman coming in that's going to take over those shoes. There's
Okay.
your 7.
Okay.
You like that?
Okay.
That's
sure.
good.
I
It's
do.
good math. It's my statistics class coming in again.
Oh my.
How'd you do on that test last week?
I did a fantastic. So yeah, I think falling into that, I think that our whole golf program is doing fantastic, men's and women's.
Yeah.
So good for our coaches to be able to carry that team and give them strides that we've never been able to see in this program before. So that's awesome.
Sure, and Charlie, I think you hit on a very salient point. That oftentimes, one thing has to fall first. Teams start winning, good players want to come to a winning program. When you
Yeah.
have good players, the program will win.
Yeah.
And so now this golf team has clearly established themselves as a force in the Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference. And so as good as this team is, I would even imagine it's going to get that much better and
I agree.
that much more depth moving forward.
Yeah, and I know taking this winter off, they're going to take some time off, work on their stroke play, maybe adjust their swings a little bit if they need to. Now's the time to do that, because you can't really do that mid-season. And then they'll come back in the spring and hopefully get another Pete and get another championship, especially, if we have the same guys that we're going to carry out with this team. We're going to do well in the spring as well.
Yeah.
Makes sense to me.
Couldn't say it any better. And like you said, winning these championships and, with the men's basketball team winning the RMAC championship, the women's basketball team, going to the NCAA tournament, you always saw those recruits really putting that factor on there. And I can see with golf too, and especially with men's golf, but also women's golf.
Yeah.
Second in the RMAC championship, unfortunately losing, but saying this is our 4th year, we're still a growing program that we can already achieve this level.
Yeah.
Why not come here?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Simple enough.
Simple enough. It's as easy as that. Well, we do have a lot more to cover here on the Lions Den. When we come back, we're going to preview the UCCS soccer games for this upcoming weekend, starting first with the UCCS men's soccer team, as they will be on the road for 2 very crucial games starting tomorrow night and then into Sunday. We'll preview that and a whole lot more when we come back right after this.